What's up guys, Marcus here. Today I'm going to be talking about Missing Link. Missing Link was written and directed by Chris Butler, and it's a stop motion film with voice acting from Hugh Jackman, Zoe Saldaña, Stephen Fry, and Zach Galifianakis. It's the story about an adventurer who wants to prove the existence of the Sasquatch. I have very mixed feelings about this movie. On the one hand, the animation is gorgeous. For most of the movie I was stunned at the fact that it was stop motion, especially by the third act. Not just that, but the way they use lighting and the character designs are all fantastic. But on the other hand, the story is really mediocre and the characters are really dull and generic. The story sometimes made me intrigued, but it just dropped the ball right after. The first half of the movie actually was much better than the second. The second, the story completely derailed. There are so many little things in the story that amounted to a huge problem, but there were also some really bad plot holes, plot contrivances, and generally just some bad characterization. The story is very predictable whenever it tries anything new. What you think will happen when you watch is exactly what happens by the end of the movie. The characters are all very flat and generic. They're never developed enough to make the ending satisfying, and their motivations, especially Zoe Saldaña's character, change from one scene to the next with barely an explanation, and when there is an explanation it's never good or convincing. So yeah, the characters I would say, are the worst part about this movie, even though the plot is also really fucking bad. For like half of the movie, the other half is actually interesting and could have been good. Even though it had its issues, the first two acts of the movie were charming and funny enough for me to be kind of invested, but the third act was very bad. It was the worst part of the movie because it was very anticlimactic and lazily constructed, even though the animation during it was at its best. I mean, the animation during the third act was like one of the best stop motion animations I've ever seen ever. It's just the story was really bad. The climax was underwhelming and rushed, and the jokes on it were very bad. One of them being self-aware enough to point to a fault in the script, but that just showed us more explicitly that flaw instead of making fun of it, because the movie was trying to have a grounded story within their universe, so that felt really out of place. I was really underwhelmed in watching this movie, but the animation was really stunning, and well, I have a soft spot for stop motion, so I was able to find enjoyment even if the movie wasn't very good. Maybe a good movie for children. It's just an animated movie. Children will probably like it, but yeah, this movie was really mediocre and a lot worse than I thought it would be. So yeah, I give Missing Link a 5 out of 10. If you enjoyed, guys, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Comment down below any movies or TV shows for me to watch and review. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.